Welcome to Toffee TV. Everton have made another signing. It is James Garner from Manchester United, the midfielder who was spent last season on loan at Nottingham Forest. Everton have got him in, 21-year-old. Another midfielder.
Fellow lad.
For Steve, got Steve Kelly here, so he's happy because you've got another Wirral lad in the Everton squad. But no, Steve, I mean, obviously another reinforcement in midfield for Everton, you know, to go with, you know, Amadou and Onana and Idrissa, Gana, Gueye, and obviously James Garner in now. So, I mean, what have you made of this one?
Yeah, it's come out of nowhere really. Obviously, there was talk a couple of weeks ago that we were looking at him, and I suppose it's always that easy link to make, isn't it? Being obviously a localish lad, and obviously being at Man United, and obviously Nottingham Forest were very interested in him as well. But I think it's a good sign. It's now a good mix of midfielders that we've got. We've gone from probably having one of the worst midfields in the league to having options, which is exactly what we've wanted for a long time. So, yeah, I think I don't think he'll come in and be a first team player straight away. I think he'll have to bide his time. But it's a good squad player for now until he builds his fitness up, as we were just talking. And he didn't really have a pre-season at Man United, very interrupted with injuries and stuff like that as well. So yeah, it'll be interesting. He's come with a bit of a reputation. Man United fans don't seem to be very happy that he's leaving, which is a good sign as well. And hopefully he can working under probably one of the best midfielders of all time in the Premier League as well will only help him as well.
Yeah, I mean, he was on loan obviously at Forest last year, played over 40 times for them, I think. 4 goals and 8 assists.
Yeah.
Good on set plays.
Yeah.
We know that, you know, gets the balls into dangerous areas, can create chances as well, which is not something that we're massively blessed with in midfield. Like I said, he's got goals. Defensively, he's all right, but I think he needs to improve that side of his game. But he is mobile, you know, he's quite good on the ball, moves around the pitch quite well. And he's 21 years of age. And that, to me, is a big thing as well, because you've obviously got more experienced midfield players in there, and you're getting this youth coming through, younger players coming through as well. It's a nice blend between the two. And like you just said there, gives Frank Lampard options. And I think we saw, certainly against Leeds, that the 3 in midfield, and he spoke about it afterwards, maybe that's kind of more how we want to go. So having someone like this who is mobile and can get around the pitch and is decent on the ball, it does give him the options, like you said, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it's something I know we've bemoaned many times of not having replacements for players who are getting older, and obviously many times when we bought Alan, we probably should have had a player to replace Alan. It looks like Felwell and Frank Lampard have addressed that, and you can see they're trying to address it in other positions as well, and it's only a positive, and it's good because the age, obviously we were looking about probably a year and a half ago of the average age of the squad was looking a bit on the older side, where if you're looking at it now, it's starting to, the average age has been brought down. I understand eventually when the Garner deal gets going, it might look like it brings it up again, but that's just one player. So I think you've got to have options, and that's something we just never had in that position for a long time, really. Even going back to Moyes' days, we were never blessed with loads of centre midfielders, but it's good to have those options. That if one player goes out, it doesn't mean you're having to play a player out of position or a player who's not comfortable in that position. So if we're going to play a 3, if an Alex Iwobi picks up a knock, at least we can bring a Coady in or a James Garner in. The good thing with James Garner, I don't think he's actually found his natural position in that midfield yet. A lot of people are unsure whether he's an 8 or a 10 or a 6. Like I've seen him at Forest, I've seen people say he was more of a 6, but I didn't really see him like that. I see him more as an 8, 10 at Forest, because he was getting forward, driving into the box, set pieces, crosses. So it'd be interesting to see what type of player Everton want to mould him into as well in regards to position-wise.
I mean, if you look at, obviously, we look at the Idrissa Gana Gueye coming in, and he probably will be the 6 and sit there. And then you look at like Amadou, Onana, who can play there. Obviously, he was very good at Leeds and that, but has got the attributes to be able to go box to box, get around the pitch. Alex Iwobi was sound in a 2 in there, but I think is more comfortable in a 3, but does so much running and can travel with the ball. So you look at him and think, well, because we do have those different options now, he could come in for any of those positions. And like you said, he's not necessarily just one person, one position. He can have that mix. And 21, a great age, and obviously it might put a bit of a question mark over the likes of Tom Davies and even maybe even someone like Lewis Warrington, who is just a little bit younger, going, well, it's my pathway. But right now we can't look at that, can we? We've got to look at what we can do, and it's up to those players to improve their game to be considered as well.
Yeah, and you mentioned Lewis Warrington there. You got Tom Davison and Alan, who are coming to the end of their deals at the moment. Tom Davies still hasn't signed a new deal, so Lewis Warrington might be looking at Tom Davies' spot for next season in the midfield. I think for Lewis Warrington and other players, it shows that the club are invested in giving younger lads a chance as well. So it's down to them really to make their way into the squad or into the team, and I imagine some of those players might get a loan as well. So, but yeah, I think it's a good sign. I think it's a bit of a low risk signing as well. At the end of the day, he's English, he's young, he's coming with a lot of potential as well. It's really from his point of view, and obviously from Everton's point of view, it's down to us to try and mould him into that player. So, if the club, the manager, and the player can do the right things, there's no reason why, I don't know, in 3-4 years' time, Man United hopefully come back and knocking on our door and go, we want to buy him back for 50 million or 60 million. That's what it's got to be the club's aim for these youngsters, like your Onanas as well. I think as fans, we've got to be a bit realistic and say, if they're going to become really good players, they might not be at Everton for 4 or 5 years' time. And that's a good thing because it means we're doing well. Yeah. So.
Yeah, and again, you're right there, aren't you? It's a case of can we bring in more of these players?
Yeah.
With that, and I know as fans we don't want to think of it like that. We don't want to look and go and bring in players and then they get good and we sell them. But
it's football.
You have to do it. It's the way footy is at the moment, and it helps you. If you've reinvested in good players, then and you have more good players, you rise and you continue to get better. And then hopefully there comes a time where you go, why would we sell our players to you?
Yeah.
We've got, we've got players here, we've got money coming into the club, and everything else is improving and getting better and better. Where too often in the past we have had a short-term vision, and that's why we're where we are now. Exactly. In a situation where we haven't to go to deadline day to get these deals done because we haven't got the money at the beginning of the window. So
I think if you look at it as well, we have to be realistic. There's probably only 3-4 teams in the world who are going to keep every single one of the players for the rest of their careers, and that's even very rare. You go as far back as Cristiano Ronaldo at Man United. He left probably the best team in the world to go to Real Madrid. It's very rare. So our job as a coaching staff and Fran Lampard's is to make James Garner into the best midfielder he can be. And it's down to the player as well to get his head down and work. And like if I'm James Garner, I want to be trying to force my way into that Everton team. That's down to the player to do that, to show the good application and training every day, show that he wants to work hard. And I think from his point of view, it's a great opportunity for him to play for another big club as well. Man United to Everton. He's 21 years of age and played for 2 real big clubs already. So
yeah, there you go. Let's see. Let's see what he does. Good luck to the lad.
Yeah, definitely. Good
come in and work hard. There you go. Let us know what you think in the comments section below on James Garner's move from Manchester United to Everton. Another midfielder in the door for Everton. Extra competition for Frank Lampard, who wanted to revamp Everton's midfield since last season and has certainly done it with these signings this summer. So let us know. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't, and if you want to become a Toffee TV Premier member, the link is in the description and the QR code is on the screen now. Thanks for watching. See you later.